Welcome to the banks of the Red Cedar, East Lansing, home of the Michigan State Spartans, where the fans have been ready for hours in anticipation of this big one we have coming up. A Big Ten showdown is coming. Conference implications aplenty that could resonate for the rest of the season. As we'll see, the Maryland Terrapins taking on the Michigan State Spartans. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Spartans will put total leather and will get started. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Terrapins offense takes the field. And when you take the field with the confidence, the swag that this guy does, David, it just really elevates your confidence in the passing game.
Receivers don't usually lack confidence, and those are the guys that kind of set the tone. And that swagger sets the tone for this offense. And, Jesse, you know he's going to make plays.
And that speed scares defenses, too, because he can take the top off quick. These safeties better get back deep, or else this guy's going to take it to the house.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass, it's Edwards. Looking for a huge play. Brings it down on the right side. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42. And how about taking a big chunk out of this defense on the opening drive?
And with the speed they have on the perimeter, Reese, no doubt, they want to come out here and test this secondary, test these DBs, and they know they've got the QB with the arm talent to get the ball there. That's a great start for this offense.
The give to the back. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Kept it on the ground last time. Let's see if they go back to it on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Catch in the middle. It's Smith. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down.
And quarterback, receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. Just what they'd hoped for on 3rd down as they've got a first at the 32. I was starting to think about what they would do if they didn't pick up the first down here, but I guess that's a moot point now.
Moot point for sure, and the head coach was probably telling them 4-down territory, we're going to kick a field goal, whatever the next decision was going to be, and now the OC's like, don't worry about it. New set of downs, nice execution by this offense.
They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down.
Man, that's so frustrating, and it happens so fast. He just pulls it down. It looks like pass. He pulls it down, and he's gone. Just like that, chewing up yards. So much speed, so hard to stop.
Now the crowd responding in the red zone, trying to help this defense. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. He finds his man. And he's down after the short completion. He did not make it to the first down marker.
And that's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. The pull and throw off the RPO. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
The defense, man, it helps you a lot when you can be a linebacker or a corner or some safety, anybody, and you see the QB throw the football. Now I can break on the football right away and limit gains like right here on this play.
To the ground to try to pick up the first. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on third down. And the field goal unit is on the field. Oh, he missed it. No good. After the miss, no change in the score.
You can't miss opportunities like that. You're playing on the road in a hostile environment. You're trying to seize momentum right out of the gate. You get a nice drive to start the game, and then you miss the field goal. You don't get any points to show for that. If they're going to win this one, guys, they've got to take advantage of those types of opportunities.
First down here for the offense. They'll start this drive with a pass. With the catch, it's Marsh. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. They really got things moving on this drive. Second play of the drive comes from the 37. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Using his legs, it's Carter. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big game now, but down the road, third, fourth quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll go to the ground. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. The green and white love that tough guy reputation, and they're getting it done on the ground.
Nah, that's exactly who this program is. That's what they're built on. Every team you go back in the history of Michigan State, you're going to find what? A bell cow running back that you can feed.
They'll give it to the back. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Got him looking run. He wants to throw. Got his man quickly. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Really nice job on that throw, just giving his guy an opportunity to catch the ball. It kind of reminds me about Bill Burke, a guy I played against back in the Citrus Bowl when I was playing. He was throwing to Plaxico Burress, and he just kept putting the football in Plax's range, and we just couldn't stop the two of them. They went up and down the field on us all day long throwing it. If you just give your guy a chance like he did right there, I don't know if this defense can stop them.
And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down.
And after giving up that completion, guys, I wonder if the defense is going to decide to stay in zone or maybe mix things up, a little more man coverage, maybe blitz.
And the Spartans will have it 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. And you'd like to think this sophomore wouldn't make a habit of trying to force passes into double coverage like that. That last incompletion leaves him with 2nd and 10 from the 23. To throw, it's Childs. Unloads to the wideout. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. He wants to throw it again. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Foster. And Shore tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker.
Early in the game, pass complete. Great job. Sets up a manageable fourth down. We're going to set the tone early in this game. We're going to be aggressive. Yes, we're going for it.
So they'll send out the field goal unit. The holder will kneel at the 24, a 34-yarder coming from the right hash. He got it. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
This is a team that really prides themselves on starting fast. We've seen that before, and here they are playing at home today. Nice job on the opening drive. Lots of poise, good emotion. They don't get the touchdown they would have liked, but they kick a nice field goal. They've got the lead. Head coach has to be happy with that.
After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. And he's going to bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. On the move, it's Hemby. Open space at the 25. Oh, and he ruins the big gainer with a fumble. Oh, looks as if the defense got it.
Man, and it was just the impact of the hit that dislodged the football from the ball carrier. There was a heat-seeking missile coming in there, and he knocked that thing loose.
Line gets set, first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Makes a connection. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play. And you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
The Spartans will hustle to the line. They'll try the run. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan State.
I love running backs that have a nose for the goal line. Understand how to get there, finish strong into the end zone. Know I get 6, and then go celebrate with your boys.
Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. And that last drive didn't take long, just 2 plays to get it in. And the capper on that drive, the 10-yard touchdown run. The kickoff team out there and ready to go. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Maryland has the ball back and the Terrapin offense ready to go. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute, you've got to lock in.
9-yard pickup on first down, and now they can take a shot on second and short. Looking downfield, it's Edwards. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down. Trying to pick up a first down. They'll go to the air on third and short. Finds his tight end. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down. 3rd and short, and I guess the only thing they really took out of play in the shotgun was the quarterback sneak.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I like to do, Reese. I mean, 3rd and inches, I want to run the quarterback sneak, run the football, but this team fully comfortable throwing the football, and you see why. Easy pitch, easy catch, 1st down.
He looks that one in nicely. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the 1st down.
You complete some of these hitch throws early, you're setting up the hitch and go. Later on, you can pump fake that, and then the receiver can pirouette right up the sideline. That might be a home run play for the offense.
Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on 2nd down. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. They'll get the 1st down. It's spotted on the 49.
And this offense is clicking, everything's moving, and the guy carrying the football, I mean, he is carrying the rock. Like, this is a guy he's setting this tone for this game, creating some balance on this offense. This offense is going to be a handful.
Yeah, David, I'd love to sit here and say, well, the offensive coordinator is just one step ahead of his counterpart across the field. That's not it. Right now, his offensive line is establishing the line of scrimmage, and you mentioned the back. He right now is running with authority on this drive.
And these defensive tackles just eat people. They swallow human beings when you get near them. They're so big, so strong. When those guys, those running backs come in, they just need a mid. They put one mid on a running back, and he usually falls to the ground just because of their sheer mass and strength.
Safe completion on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the 1st down.
Those screen plays, you really want to sell it, get it to your running back, and get him to the 2nd level. Get him running full head of steam on a safety, on a linebacker. He almost got going, but just got tackled before he could really do any damage.
We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the 2nd period and they try to find a way to answer. Looking for a man. It's Edwards. He lofts one down the sideline. He's got it on the right. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. Dragged down at the 6 after a pickup of 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. He'll run it to the right here and try to get it into the end zone. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on 3rd down.
Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
You know, in these goal line situations, the field starts to shrink. It's easier to key in on these guys that you know can fly at the quarterback spot. Defense was locked in. Nice job on the 3rd and goal.
And they decide to trot out the kicker. It is perfect. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. On the move from inside is 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Coming after it. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
Those play-action passes take a little bit longer to develop, right? Because you still have the fake, and then the quarterback turns his back to the defense, has to reset. You got to protect him a little bit better than that, or the fake's got to be a lot better.
We'll see if they can dig one up. It goes forward this time on second down from the 18. Looking downfield, it's Child. Using the quick game. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
It'll take some work to get to the sticks. It's third and long from the 30. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster.
Defense has been looking so good on this drive so far. They already set up third and long, and now they take all the throws away down the field. Great job in coverage. Great job reading the QB's eyes. So there's nowhere for him to go with it. He's got to throw it away.
And the Spartans will bring the punt team onto the field. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Signals for the fair catch, and that's where they'll put it in play just outside the 20. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. Right? The passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field. Find those guys down the field.
You know they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of to get some points on the board early. In this one, they just haven't been able to connect on those opportunities. But I like David's idea. Maybe move some guys around and see if you can create some better one-on-one matchups.
Works his way to the 38 after gaining 5.
This is an offense that really sees their identity as being able to run the football. Nice job there picking up the first down.
After picking up this first down on the ground, let's see what they do. He's going to pass. Throws to the wideout. Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking for a man. It's Edwards. Going to try to pop one on the screen. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
And this offense, I think, will do a good job in this game divvying up the football and distributing it to different guys in the passing game. It won't just be receivers. It's not going to be tight ends. This running back, he's a weapon, too, after he catches it. You saw it right there.
Third and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on fourth down by what they call here. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds the tight end. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. I know that seems like a simple route, but it's actually a lot more complex than what it looks like because that route changes based on whether it's man or zone. If it's man coverage, he's flying across the field. If it's zone, he's got to sit down over the ball in a soft spot, giving his quarterback a place to go with it. Nice job of those guys being on the same page there.
And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
I love that play call. This offense is going to run the football. They're not just going to do it between the tackles, but they're going to attack you outside. You saw that with that handoff. They get to the right. They get him in space using his speed. Good play call.
Looking to move it through the air. Buys a little time. And he can't find a receiver, and down he goes. How about this Spartan defensive front making plays like the legendary Bubba Smith?
And if you're going to have a great defense in East Lansing, it's going to be up front. It's going to be those big boys dominating like Bubba Smith, like Jarrell Worthy, really eating up those blockers up front, making plays, stopping the physical ground game.
Big loss on the last play threatens to knock this drive off course. It's 2nd and 16. Dropping back, it's Edwards. Working that left side now. Got some room, headed to the goal line. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, 1st and goal.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
Off play action on 1st down. And he was trying to cash in the end zone in this red zone threat, but it's incomplete.
Well, after throwing that incompletion down here on the 1-yard line, if you're on the offense, let's get back to running the football. Let's see if we can be the more physical side, get some push up front, and run this thing in for a touchdown.
They'll try it again from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Pushes toward the goal line. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Terrapins! A methodical drive, soul-crushing, spirit-breaking, and it ends in a touchdown.
And listen, I know everybody wants the big plays, the big, long touchdowns and all that stuff, but putting a drive together like that is very difficult to do time and time again, and it's demoralizing for the defense. Great drive by the offense.
Getting set for the point after. Hit that one with some aggression for the point after. So a drive there of 84 yards, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. Gonna run it. It's Carter. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. We saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical enough.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. Wide receiver now comes in motion. To the air. It's Childs. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
They couldn't make the connection on 2nd down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Oh, that could have been disaster if he'd snagged that pick. Instead, it'll be 4th down.
Ooh, that's one of those where you're breathing a big sigh of relief. That ball could have been intercepted, and worse, could have been intercepted and housed, but offense caught a little bit of a break. Nice play by the defense, but the offense, glad to punt in this situation if they want to punt.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Looks it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the Oaks. The give to the single back. Running with power. And they'll stop him just short of the 1st down, just inches away from moving the sticks. And with that last carry, into triple digits, over 100 yards for the day.
And he's showing you power. He's showing you speed. He's showing you make you miss. He really is showing you he's a complete back. And by the way, it's still the first half.
Gonna run it. It's Hemby. At the 40, there he goes. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. On second down, wants to throw. He's got it. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32.
When I have all that speed on the field, I got to find a favorable matchup. They're all across the board. Which guy do I know can win? Man-to-man coverage, you can see that guy can win on that play.
And the Terrapins moving quickly to the line. Here's the handoff. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
The Terrapins come to the line with a new set of downs. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. Caught in the backfield, it's McDonald. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Love the awareness by the defense here. They're trying to get the running back the ball in space, but the defense was expecting it. They had guys in position. They located the football, and they went and game time.
Offense gets set for second down. Dropping back, it's Edwards. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed the rocket. Threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. This crowd knows this defense needs them right now. Third down play from the gun. Caught over the middle. It's Hemby. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be first and goal.
Really nice job there of the quarterback reading coverage. He knew exactly where to go with the football and at what exact time. The timing could not have been better. They get the completion on third down, setting up first and goal.
And the Terrapins trying to cash it in on first and goal. He'll just keep slinging it. Keeps looking downfield. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And for quarterbacks throwing the ball down this close to the goal line, because there's so many bodies in such a small space, oftentimes routes take a little bit longer to develop, and it forces quarterbacks to have to hold on to it a little bit longer. That's the risk and danger with throwing the ball so close to the goal line. You might get sacked.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. He's looking to throw. Extending the play. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Maryland!
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. A 69-yard touchdown drive, and he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Comes out throwing on first down. Looking deep down the right side. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. That big explosive play carries them into plus territory. They'll snap it 1st and 10 from just across the 50. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Second down coming up. Wants to throw. It's Childs. Trying to get rid of it. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
Yeah, this offense might want to think about moving the launch point for this QB, because if you take hits like that from the pocket, it's really tough to complete passes.
They had the big play to start the drive, but a couple of misfires now leaves us with 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the left. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
He makes the catch. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down. Always nice to have that security blanket of the tight end.
And it's nice to have a tight end that can line up in different areas of the field, too. It's not always going to be in a 3-point stance. He can sometimes be in the backfield. You could flex him out into the slot. They might even try to put this guy out at wide receiver in the split end position and see what he can do there, because this guy is a weapon.
Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. They move the tight end all over. The play action fake. Pressure coming. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing. And it's 3rd down, but they're taking no chances. They'll send the field goal unit out before halftime. From the left hash, this one shouldn't be too much trouble. Splits the uprights. Good. That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner will be brought down. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Gentlemen, what else is new? A spirited environment there in East Lansing. Talk about a first half from that dude out of the backfield. He's been a total game changer. And how many top plays moments have we seen on missed tackles alone? Video game moves from one of the shiftiest players in all of college football. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Spartan Stadium.
The Terrapins will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good timing right now. They've got some matchups where they're winning one-on-one, and they're just going to have to keep going back to the well, David, and relying on hitting some explosive plays to win this game.
Yeah, and I think we look at numbers naturally, and they're losing. So that's the most important thing on the scoreboard, but they have had success, and so what do? You keep playing pitch and catch. You got to score, but you got to talk to your defense. I need some stops. I need the football back quickly so we can do some more damage.
And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
That's a really good-looking throw, and I love the decision right there. When I think back to my favorite Michigan State quarterback ever, it's Kirk Cousins. Wasn't the biggest, wasn't the strongest, fastest, didn't have the best arm, but he made good decisions. He read the defense and threw the ball accurately on time. This guy has the ability to do that, too. And if he keeps this up, this offense is going to be tough to stop.
They'll leave it with the lone back. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
It's a nice gain, but the big theme here is they just haven't been able to get the run game going on offense. They've been very one-dimensional, and they're just not being physical enough at the point of attack.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 4. Off the bootleg, wants to toss it. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete.
Don't love the incompletion, but I do love the pass pro. Nice job winning the one-on-ones. We saw some double teams up front as well. This O-line right now, they're in a good rhythm.
Couldn't find his man last time. Now they'll have to convert 3rd and 4. Looking to throw, it's Child. Unloads to the wideout. It's complete. Can anyone catch it? Touchdown, Spartans! And that one will put them up here in the second half.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the score comes courtesy of the big play covering 61 yards on the touchdown pass. The kickoff team out there getting set. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Maryland has the ball back and the Terrapin offense ready to go. The run from the shotgun. Stopped at the 25 after a 5-yard gain.
It's the MO of this offense, and they really put a lot on the offensive line to go out and really try and establish their dominance and their assertiveness, and they've done a good job of that early in this game running the football.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. He's looking to throw. Caught in the backfield. It's Hemby. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
And a really nice job by the defense winning 2nd down. I think the quarterback thought he could dump this off, maybe get some positive yards, set up a good 3rd down. The defense did a great job responding and getting that running back on the ground.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Looking to scramble. He's going to take off. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, just nowhere to go there, and it started in the pocket. It was collapsing. Quarterback felt it, so he tried to get outside, make something happen himself, but give the defense tons of credit. Excellent job in pursuit. They're able to give up no gain.
And the Terrapins decide to punt it away. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. Not going to risk a return here. Calls for the fair catch and makes it just around the 30-yard line. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Give to the running back.
And a nice job by the offense picking up the blitz, understanding that extra guy was coming, and creating just a little bit of a hole for that running back to slither through and get some positive yards.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Right back to him on the ground. Brought down at the 46, but he got 10 on the play.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Well, the most insightful analysis I can come up with on that one is that didn't work. Back to the drawing board to see if there's something that works a little better soon.
Or if I can quote the great Reese Davis, that was very ungood. Not a productive first down play.
They've been running it, but now the pass. Got his man. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And, David, I know there's a part of you that wonders what if had you played tight end. You and I have been out in the field pregame before. We've been spinning it around. With your athleticism, I know you wonder what it would have been like to go make plays like that.
I tell you what, I do wonder what if now, Jesse, because now you can't hit these guys. You're not allowed to hit them high, all the targeting. Like, if you're a big body guy with good hands, you could go make a lot of money. You might have been a little bit safer, might not have got hurt. So, yeah, it might not have been that bad of a living. First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
And it took the defense a bit to get a handle on him, a little slippery with all those juke moves.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
And it's a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese, exactly what I said. Great get off, great job getting in the backfield, making the play.
Ball is at the 20. They'll try to convert this 3rd and short. To the air, it's Childs. Pocket starts to collapse. And he just throws it away on 3rd down. I don't think you can give up on a play like that.
Well, on 3rd and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
And this kicker is turning into old reliable. He's already knocked through a couple today. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. He'll bring it out. It's Smith. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm. Got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here, Palmer.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. He wants to throw. They're working that left side. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
You got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because it gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route against zone coverage. Quarterback gets it to him. He's able to turn it up and get a first down.
The Terrapins headed quickly to the line. Running back searching for a hole. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
And the Terrapins have it with a 1st and 10. He'll keep it himself. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
When you're a defensive guy and you want to fire in, you want to go hit the quarterback, but you know if I fire in, he's just going to give the football up. You got to be patient. You got to understand what your responsibility is. Then you see when he keeps the football, you got to go tag him. And the problem is these guys are such good athletes. They're so hard to catch once they do pull the football, but it's kind of like the hidden hat trick. You know, where's the ball? It's underneath this one. No, I picked this one up. No, it's gone. It's underneath this one. Nope, there it is. It's gone.
He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
A nice job by the defense there tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22.
I love the idea, and I love just finding ways to get your best players out in the open field. This pre-snap motion and using it to their advantage on that last play, I think that was a nice call.
The offense down to the 22 on 1st and 10. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. 2nd down coming. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on 2nd down. Back to throw, it's Edwards. He makes the connection. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
Great job by the offense, being patient, understanding when they're in zone coverage, I got to hit those tight windows, make those precise passes to get those big plays.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Wants to throw on 3rd down. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
3rd and short in college football today. You see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. Oh, look at this. The kicker's going to run it. And they're not going to pick up the first down on the fake field goal. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. First down here for the offense. Looking for a crease. It's Carter. They stop him after a 6-yard run out to the 24. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. They'll run play action. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Defense, we're always trying to get some tips. You know, break on the football, get a tip, get it up in the air. Nice job by the player breaking on the football and forcing the incompletion.
Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. Back to throw, it's Childs. Now adjusting. Trying to escape and get it himself. He saw just enough daylight to move the sticks and get it done with his legs.
Third and short is just tough, right? The whole playbook's open. You can run the football, you can throw the football, and then, by the way, you can also run the ball with the quarterback after you call the pass. So what do you want me to do? Here, you take the clipboard.
Now on first down from the 28. He's looking to throw it. Fires to the wideout. It's caught. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. On the run, it's Carter. Just ran him over. Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Off play action. Going downfield for the big play. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. They couldn't make the connection on 2nd down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. Wide receiver shows motion. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. A strike downfield. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
Man, you see tight end matchups all over the field all the time now. It used to just be in the red zone. Now you just find the big fella, you put him in the slot, try to give him the ball as much as possible because you know he can make big plays.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. He came so close to pinning them deep, but maybe just a little too greedy. Tried to get it too close, and it'll come out to the 20. They'll test the right side. Stopped at the 25 after a 5-yard gain.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Takes the handoff. It's Hemby. Not a lot of room, but found his way ahead for 2 out to the 26. Facing a 3rd down and short from the 26. To the air, it's Edwards. Throws to the wideout. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
After that incompletion, 4th and short now on their own side of the field, I think there's a lot of coaches in normal circumstances that would stay conservative and just punt the ball away. But you're trailing here in the 4th quarter. I think the offense needs to stay out on the field, and you got to go for it.
The Terrapins will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll bring it back. It's Foster. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Going with the counter play here. They stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Try to get it to the edge. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
All right, so I know the defense is going to be aggressive, right? They got their stop. They forced a 3rd down. how aggressive does the offense want to be in response? Because if I throw the football, get a first down, I can run this clock almost out. This defense has to make a choice, but this offense, how aggressive do you want to be?
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Dances away to buy time. Quarterback tried to scramble around for a while, but the defense able to bring him down.
And they didn't have to blitz. They brought in the dime package, more speed on the field so we can cover in the back end and then let the D-line do what great D-line do.
The Spartans will send out the punt unit. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. He'll field the punt and try to get some yardage. He'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. The give to the back. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple of carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest and pound that rock.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. On the ground with the counter. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating them up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. Need to put more plays together like that right there.
Feeling some heat. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
And the Terrapins line up to punt it away. Perhaps feeling that coverage coming, signals for the fair catch and makes it at the 25. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. Back to throw, it's Childs. Good timing on the quick out. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? This is what got this team in this position to win this game. Aggressive offense, taking shots. Here we are in the 4th quarter. They've got the lead. Why stop now?
And the Spartans want to crank the tempo. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
One back in the backfield. He gets the carry. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. How aggressive might this play call be on 3rd and short from the 46? They'll try to power their way ahead. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
The Spartans are marching down the field. To the ground. He's got it again. Breaks a tackle, and he's got room. They make the stop, and this running game moves the chains as they get the first down.
Well, right away after picking up a first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back. And I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on first down. You're starting like that. Now what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass
and the quarterback was trying to extend the play, and the defense brought it to a close.
Well, it's been a little bit of a seesaw here the last two plays. Offense gets a chunk play, and then the defense gets a sack. Great job by the defense there, turning the page and coming up with the big one.
How about this methodical, soul-crushing drive? They've already drained more than 3 minutes off the clock as they snap it on second down. Leaves it with the running back. Knocked down at the 29 after a pickup of 4. It's a makeable field goal from the 29-yard line. Let's see how aggressive they are on 3rd and long. Trying play action. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. And he's going to be stopped just short of the first down. He tried to get it on his own.
This is why 3rd down is so difficult for quarterbacks, because the defense substitutes. They put faster guys on the field, and they've got all their different exotic looks they've been game planning all week for. Some things you haven't seen on film yet. And
Or are you using a mic?
It confuses you, and you're out here just trying to make plays, trying to do something right to get a first down. Wasn't able to gain a lot there.
Kick is good. The offense has 3 points.
No, I'm using my controller microphone.
You know, it's funny in an age where there's so many college football analytics and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down. At the end of the day, it still comes down to managing the game. Good decision by the head coach here in the 4th quarter. By kicking that field goal, you've now made it a 2-possession game.
Oh, hi.
Chances of winning this thing have now gone way up.
Hey, thank you for stopping by, man. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully you hit that subscribe button for me.
So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do.
NP.
And here's the return.
I did.
He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. Maryland has the ball back and the Terrapin offense ready to go. And the pass is incomplete, but the flag flies, and there was a lot of early contact there.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. You simply can't do it, and the referee's called.
And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
The linebacker's showing off a little bit of athletic ability, playing some man coverage. A lot of times those guys don't play this all the time, so you see him kind of get nervous and a lot of times get that pass interference or get a little bit handsy. Really nice job seeing the football, breaking on it, and swatting it to the ground.
Back to pass, it's Edwards. He's got his man. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
To the air on first down. Zings it complete to the right. And they pick up just a few on that completion. I know you want to take what the defense gives you, but at this point you have to push the ball downfield a little more, David.
And that's exactly what the defense wants you to do. Check the football down. That's what they're going to give you, but we need scores. Down multiple scores. Got to push the ball down the field. Take more chances.
We hit the 2-minute warning, and this offense is desperate to make something happen and do it in a hurry. Here comes the offense on second down. Back to the air one more time. And you just don't expect your junior quarterback to get fooled and to throw it into double coverage like that.
Well, you know what they say, tips lead to picks. And the offense, they're lucky that one wasn't intercepted.
Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. From the gun, wants to pass. Gets rid of it. Pulls it in. It's Hemby. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
And plays like that at this point of the game just aren't going to work. You can't throw short in the middle of the field where guys get tackled and the clock starts ticking. You got to be thinking we're throwing to the sticks or we're throwing near the sidelines so guys can get out of bounds.
On fourth down, they'll pass for it. Getting some heat. He is stopped short of the line to gain. The fourth down try goes awry, and that might just do it. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. Across the 25, he's got room. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Smarty.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
Two-point conversion attempt is coming. Looking to throw, it's Childs. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Coming out with it, it's Smith. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Wants to throw on first down. Can't hold on. He had him right down the middle, and he flat dropped it. And after the incompletion on first down, this offense looking at second down. They'll go to the air. Unloads to the wideout. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and he did it legally. Beautiful job.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. On third down, he drops to throw. Got his man downfield. Finds some fresh air. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. The offense will quickly use a timeout. After that huge play, they'll try to finish him off with another one. It's 1st and 10 from inside the 40. Got a wide open receiver. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal.
Well, this offense has a ton of work left ahead of them here in this 2-minute situation late in the game, but the drive off to a good start. You get the first down, you get out of bounds, you work in the perimeter of the field. That is exactly what you want to do.
They've hit him with back-to-back chunk plays. Now it's 1st and goal. Scanning the field, it's Edwards. And it's grabbed for the late touchdown. And how about this? It's not over yet.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
And with the lead sitting at 9, they'll try to make it a one-possession game. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. The clock is just inside 50 seconds to play. If they don't recover the onside kick, this one is all but over. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. One possession game, getting late, first order of business, just take care of the football.
So they call this situation 4-minute offense, where you're trying to run the football and throw high percentage passes to maintain possession and bleed the clock. This is a very difficult point of the game to execute at a high level, Dave.
Yeah, and listen, what you understand as an offense is if I get 1 or 2 first downs, this ball game's over. And that's your sole objective. Not scoring, take care of the football, get a few first downs, walk out with the W.
Got him downfield. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan State.
That is exactly what you want your offense to do. You want it to eat clock, but if you score, go up by 2 possessions, nail, beat, coffin, great execution by this offense to put this game away.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point splits the uprights, and the lead balloons to 15. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. They're lining up to boot it away. The returner will field it and try to get some field position. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. To the air, it's Edwards. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Missed opportunity on offense. QB and receiver just not on the same page there.
After that last incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from their own 20. He's looking to throw. Fires to the right. Makes the grab. The offense will use a timeout with 25 seconds left. After that completion, move the chains. Now 1st down. He's going to pass. Tip ball, put it up for grabs, and I thought he had it, but somehow it slithered through his fingers.
Good job on defense getting a hand on it, tipping it up in the air. They weren't able to pick it off, but they do force the incompletion.
Now on 2nd down after the incompletion. He's looking to throw. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. Here comes his home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play.
After that incompletion, 4th and long now on your own side of the field. You're trailing in the 4th quarter. What's your go-to play call here in the passing game? Where is the matchup that you trust in to come up with a big one to give yourself a chance to stay alive and win this game?
On 4th down, going to the air. Makes the grab, and he's got the 1st. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And this junior loves to show off that big arm.